Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash a Bit Weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of September, 2014, and this is episode 105. Wow. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you. There it is. To all of our returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for checking us out. I hope you enjoy the show. In that vein, we have some shout-outs. Why are we shouting out to them?
Because they introduced themselves.
Okay, so do you want to shout out to them?
Sure.
All right.
Dancing Geek, who is James from Derby, UK.
Mm-hmm.
Sin Andrews, 04, who is Cindy, who currently lives in Lavaca, Arkansas.
I think that's how you say it.
SC Beach Chick, who is Bielka,
I would think so.
who lives in San Clemente, California.
Yeah.
Jammin' to Knit, who is Mary from Cape Coral, Florida.
Yep.
A Wee Bit, who is Jenny from Falkirk, Scotland. Buzzed Angel, who is Angie from Melbourne, Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Girl Dale, who from Tampa, Florida.
Her name's Dale.
Who is Dale?
Yeah.
Sorry. And A Bingham, who is Amy from Southern California.
So thanks for introducing yourselves in the introduction thread. We hope you're enjoying the show. If they're not members of our group, what should they go do?
Go join.
On Ravelry. Geeky Girls Knit. And then what should they do?
Introduce yourselves in our introduction thread.
And then we'll give you a shout out on the next podcast. Well, we have quite a bit of stuff to talk about today. Yeah, the pile next to us is quite large. So we probably should get started.
And now we're going to talk about what's on our needles.
So Damaris, what's on your needles?
Hexapuffs.
Okay. From the what pattern?
The Keeper's Quilt pattern by Tiny Owl Knits.
Needles.
US 4s, 3.5 millimeter.
And you're using lots and lots of different yarns.
Yes.
So did you finish any this week?
Just one.
It's gray. That's left over from my left week, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yep. And then you're working on what one? What's that yarn from?
Socks.
It is?
Yes.
What socks did I knit with that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So you're no longer monogamous.
I just started something else.
She's no longer monogamous.
It's not a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No.
Claire and I finally had our way. So our friend Claire from our knitting group.
It is not a big deal.
And I have been trying to convince Damaris not to be a monogamous knitter.
It's not a big deal.
It's a very big deal. So what else are you knitting on non-monogamous anymore, knitter?
A pair of gloves.
They don't look like much right now. It just kind of looks like a big black blob, but they'll look like something. Okay, so tell us about this pattern that you're doing.
Just,
What inspired it?
Natasha Romanoff.
Who is?
Black Widow.
From?
Marvel.
Okay. And so you're using what pattern to start with?
Kim's Sakura Fingerless Gloves by Kimberly Fairchild.
Okay. But you're borrowing the ribbing technique from?
Claire Devine's Planum.
Yes. So, why don't you explain what you're going to be doing? Just a little bit. About how you're folding under and how the design is going to be.
I don't know how to explain that.
So on her real gloves, what is this part right here?
I don't...
Those pieces that you're doing.
Yes.
What are those?
I don't know.
There's something on her gloves.
I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, anyway, so there's these pieces on the gloves, and then it's like a stockinette with the fingers, but then there's like all this blue detail on it that you're going to like...
I thought we were talking about the ribbing technique. You
Oh,
told me to
no.
explain the ribbing technique.
No, I was saying explain the gloves.
You told me to explain the ribbing technique.
I said explain the gloves. I said explain what you're doing.
I thought you meant with the ribbon tip.
No, I meant with the gloves. Okay, go ahead and explain the gloves.
Well, you already did it!
Well, what are they called?
They're...
These things right here.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
What would you like to say about these gloves that you're knitting?
I just started them yesterday.
What is your yarn? We didn't even talk about your yarn.
King Cole Merino Blend 4-ply in the black and sky colorways.
Because you're going to use the sky for your details.
Mm-hmm.
And what needle size are you using?
US 2.75 millimeters.
Okay. Maybe you should put on your project page on Ravelry a picture of the gloves that are inspiring it, so that people can see what your inspiration was. And you're doing these because...
Because...
What are you going to use them for? I mean, I know you're going to wear them just normally, but what are you specifically knitting them for?
A thing for drama.
Okay. Because she's kind of the inspiration of your character for part of your production.
Yes.
Okay. All right, anything else you want to say?
No.
Okay. So, what's on my needles? Yeah. Still working on a lot of super secret things. So, I'm still working on the shawl design that I am doing to release on October the 1st. I'm working on the 4-ply version. So, I am actually between 60 and 65% done with this one. I'm trying to get the yarn out without showing you the pattern. So I'm knitting this in Ginger's Hand-Dyed Splendor 4-ply in the Barba Papa and Hot Fuzz colorway. Using US 4's 3.5 mil needles. So that is still in progress. The other thing I'm knitting on, I can actually show you. So I finished sock 1 of my hashtag Kilt Me Now Cal socks. This yarn, is Ginger's Hand-Dyed Sheepish Sock in the Jesu Prix colorway, which means I am ready, from Outlander. And it's so cool that it's striping up the blue and green. So I just used my normal vanilla sock pattern. I used the Fish Lips Kiss Heel on US 1.5 2.5 mil needles. And after Jess initially dyed 6 skeins of this, and it sold out really fast, she dyed another 18 skeins of it, and it sold out. So I believe she's planning on dyeing some more of this in the next couple of weeks. So, if you're wanting a skein, stay tuned. So I finished sock 1, and I have cast on sock 2. So I finished the toe, and I've just barely started on the foot. But it's amazing, and I love it. So, that is what I'm actively working on right now. I think that's it. So, let's move on to the next segment.
We're going to talk about her finished projects.
Because I have several today. Only one of which I can show you. But I will tell you about the others. So, I finished this week's Preemie hat. This is number 24 for the year. It's from my free top-down Preemie hat pattern on Ravelry. You should check it out. It's amazing, if I do say so myself. You do a Jenny O cast on, right? Jenny O? Emily O cast on.
You're confusing the cast on with the blind off.
Yes. And it comes in 7 sizes, all in one pattern for free. On US 6's 4 mil needles. And the colors I use this time are, the purple is King Cole Merino Blend Aran in the purple colorway. And this is Brigantia Luxury Yarn Double Knit in the 8874 colorway. So yeah. Number 24. Okay, so the other 2 things are still secret, but I can tell you a little bit. So, I finished the DK version of my new shawl pattern that's going to be releasing on October 1st. And I've blocked it, and I've tried it on, and it's fabulous. OMG, I so want to show you. In fact, keep watching in the Yummy segment when we show our hashtag GGK Crafty Pad pics. There's a spoiler picture. Shh, don't tell anybody. Shh. So I knit it with Brigantia Luxury Yarn double knit in the 8874 and 8936 colorways. In fact, this blue stripe right here on this hat, that was the leftover of that colorway. I only had like 8 yards of yarn left when I finished. I was playing yarn chicken. So that's the pale color, and then the other color is a brighter turquoise. And that was on US 7's 4.5 mil needles, and that will be released on October the 1st. The other project that is kind of an FO, I'm counting it as an FO for now, is the second sock pattern for the Doctor Who Companion Sock Club 2nd edition that's going to be going on sale in October. I finished only one sock. I haven't knit the second sock yet, but they're identical. So I'm going to hibernate the second sock until I finish designing the 3rd pattern for that club, which we rewatched some Doctor Who to get some inspiration, and I think I know where I'm going with it. So I need to get some knitting done on that. But so that's kind of an FO because I'm stopping for the moment. And if you're interested in the sock club, stay tuned to the end of the podcast and I'll give you all the details. Or you can go look in the show notes. Okay, that's everything. That's all I finished this week. I'm sorry I couldn't show you more. But coming soon. Secrets will be revealed, and you'll be happy and excited. Are you happy and excited?
Yes, can't you tell?
Because you've seen all the secrets.
I have.
And what do you think of the secrets? In fact, you want to steal the DK version of the shawl, don't you?
Maybe.
Because you're not getting the other one because it's pink.
Maybe. She even knit a purple one.
You could knit a purple one.
You could have knit a purple one.
But wasn't there just one shade of kind of purple in the Brigantia DK?
I don't know.
I want to say that it's maybe more of a maroon. I can't remember. All right. Well, I think we probably should move on to the next segment. And now it's time for my favorite part of our show. Yummies. What are yummies, Mare?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. So, we would like to say a big thank you to Malin, who is Pilfink on Ravelry. She sent us a package this week. Now, look at this amazing card. So I'm not going to read you everything, but I'm going to translate the stuff from the front. She said that it's in Swedish text. It says, 1,000 roses to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You will find the heart among the roses. So see if you can find the heart. No, I can't find it. Looking at it backwards.
I found it.
I see it. So you want to give them a general area in case they're not finding it?
This corner.
Okay. And along with it, she sent us this book by, I believe it's Tove Jansson, called Tales from Moomin Valley. And she said it's a book written for children and proper grown-ups like me. And I've read, this one is short stories. And I've read the first 2 of them, and they were very cute. It reminds me a lot of the Winnie the Pooh books, with the short stories and things. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 short stories in it. There is Moomin. And I think they've done like a TV series, like an animated or something with these characters. So thank you so much. We're enjoying this book. And thank you for your kind words. There you go. Then we want to say a thank you to Michelle from her Ravelry name is Freckled Crafts. And she sent us a package this week with a beautiful card. I think that one needs to go up on the door. And the heart one does too, the roses and hearts. So what did she send you?
Yarn.
Yay! Mini skeins.
I started on my Natasha Romanoff yarn collection.
I kind of like that one. I mean, I like all of them.
It's called Sweet Stripes, I think.
Oh, so you think it'll stripe?
Yeah, well, that's what it's called.
Okay.
The yarn colorway. And this isn't actually Natasha Romanoff yarn. It's called Bronzed Berry Stripes.
Okay, cool. So those would be fun to knit hexapuffs out of.
Mm-hmm.
And then she sent us something. She said, I made this ages ago in college art class. And she put one up in her craft room and thought we needed one as well. The background is actually a crochet doily she used in the etching process. So it's a craft and Hoovian. How amazing is that? It's going on our wall. We've been waiting all week to hang it up because we wanted to show y'all first. It's gorgeous. And then she sent us these adorable TARDISes. I'm pretty sure she made them. I'm not 100% sure, but I think she did. So we'll have to put a little thing on them and maybe put them on a necklace. Because that'd be really cool to wear as a necklace. We just need to put another hook on it. But you know what? I bet we could get stuff from our friend Katie to help us do that. Mm-hmm. Yep. So thank you so much to Michelle for your lovely, lovely gifts. What else? We got a lovely, lovely gift in the email this morning. It came to my email and to Ravelry. So Emily and Alexa, who are the designing duo Tin Can Knits, sent us some of their lovely patterns. We actually met Emily. Well, we'd met her before. But we actually, she was at our knitting group a couple of weeks ago. And she happened to be sitting at the same table as us, and so we got to chat with her for quite a while. And so I think what we're going to do is, in the next few weeks, I think we'll review their brand new book, which is the road trip one. And then maybe on another episode we'll maybe we'll pick our 1 or 2 favorites from each of their other collections and talk about them in a review. Does that sound good? I think that's a good plan. So, thank you to Emily and Alexa for sending us those patterns. And upcoming in a future episode, I'm not quite sure when, but in a future episode, we will be doing a review of Emily's hand-dyed yarn line, which is called Rainbow Heirloom. And it is amazing yarn. Jess at Ginger Twist Studio has had some in the shop, and I've been squishing and loving it and wanting all the colors. The colors are so vibrant. So we're excited about that in an upcoming episode. What else? I got a new bag this week. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it. This is a Cath Kidston London Buses bag. I've been looking for a tote bag that had some sturdiness to it because I just had some cotton ones, and I like to carry a water bottle with me when we go out, but when I put the water bottle in the cotton bag, since it had no structure, it just would fall over. So I was looking for something sturdier, and this, I don't know if you can tell probably, it's got a plastic coating on it, so that means I can like wash it off too if I spill stuff on it. But it's just kind of like a book bag size, so it's good for project bag and water and just whatever else. And Princess Unikitty got moved over to be on the London Buses bag. It's okay, we already showed that. So, isn't it amazing? And her shop. There's a shop here in Edinburgh. OMG, we wanted like everything in there. It was amazing. They had dresses and skirts, and it was overwhelming how much amazingness was in that shop. Amazing. You wanted some stuff out of there too, didn't you? Yeah. Amazing. Okay, and then we made our weekly trek to Ginger Twist Studio because we love Jess and we love her stuff. And I was ordering yarn. I ordered 8 skeins of Brigantia Aran weight for my Naniswemo sweater that I'll be doing in November. That's National Knit a Sweater in a Month. You are challenged to knit a sweater of at least 50,000 stitches in a month. And I did it for the first time last year. I knit Melski's Ho'aloha in about 24 days, actually. So I ordered 8 skeins of it. It's kind of in that kind of olivey green right up there, because that's because I'm going to knit a matching hat out of it. So I ordered that. You got your black yarn for your fingerless mitts, which was King Cole
Merino Linen 4-ply. I have so much of that. I'm just going to like acquire all the colors of it and make who knows what with them.
Well, you could do hexapuffs. You could do some solid color hexapuffs and use the other colors to embroider on them or duplicate stitch on them.
Or I could stripe them.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. And so while we were at Ginger Twist Studio, we also picked up some knitting tools this week. So, Damaris, do you want to show the bundle of awesomeness? Oh, isn't it amazing? Blocking wires. So, Jess had a kit that came with 6 large wires.
I think there are also 6
Six
small ones.
ones? Yeah, 6 small ones. And T-pins.
T-pins.
T-pins, because they're shaped like the letter T.
I thought they were just called blocking pins.
They can be called either thing. I had some of the T-pins already, but when I blocked out the DK version of the new shawl design, I ran out of T-pins. And I know on the 4-ply version I'm going to need more T-pins, so we went ahead and bought them. I've wanted some blocking wires for a while and just never got them. And so there was a bundle, and so I just bought the whole set. And it was quite humorous for Damaris to carry them home on the bus.
It's like a deadly weapon here.
I'm sure people were like, why is she carrying a bunch of sharp wires?
They're not that
They're not that sharp, but still, you could poke somebody's eye. Don't do that. It's not nice. And then the other knitting tools I got, this one is, where's it? These are done by Leslie Taylor, the undraped textile artist, which just carries some of her stuff in the shop. So I showed you previously that I had gotten a rescue crochet hook, this red one, which is a bigger size. I'm not sure what size it is, but it was too big for sock knitting. And so I got a smaller one, a 2.5 mil one. And it's got a cute little ball of yarn knitting needles with the crochet hook. Did the blocking wires just fall? Yeah, that's what I thought it was. So.
It's pink.
It is pink. So now I have 2 rescue keychain hooks. And then I also picked up a set of, whoops.
Oh no.
We will look at that in a minute. Of the Hiya Darn It needles.
Darn it?
That's what it's called, Darn It.
Oh.
I just actually stuck them in here with my chibis. Trying to get one out. So they've got the bent end on them. Oh, hold on, let me screw this back on. Yeah. So, yay for knitting tools. Damaris is rescuing my kitty snips because
I think they need glue.
Something happened. We will attempt to rescue them.
They won't stay.
Okay. So that's all of the yummies to show that we have in our possession. Yeah. But, so now what is next in the yummies?
GGK Crafty Pad.
which is... What does it stand for? Because some people don't know what it stands for.
Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day.
Challenge. There's no C on it. We just did GGK Crafty Pad.
GGK Crafty Pad C doesn't sound
as GGK Crafty Pad.
Catchy.
So, what's our theme for this month?
Celebration.
No, that was last month. That was last month we celebrated.
School.
So this month is school. And I'm loving how some people are doing. I was wondering how the notebook day prompt would come out, but there were some awesome notebook pictures. Awesome. In fact,
I don't have quite as awesome notebooks as you do.
You have an awesome notebook. You didn't take a picture of it.
Yeah.
The one that I bought you?
Yeah.
The Marvel one?
Yeah, but the rest are just normal.
Yeah.
Bland ones.
Mine is pink, which shouldn't surprise you at all. So what are we about to show them?
Five photos from us.
Oh, that's a lot of photos.
2 photos from us and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Yeah. So here come the photos. So those were all the photos. Gosh, it was so hard to pick this week. There were so many amazing pictures. Oh, it was crazy. We love that. It's fun when there's so many amazing pictures that it's hard to pick. And did you see the sneak peek of my new shawl design? Hope that piqued your interest. Okay, so where should, we didn't talk about this before we talked about the pictures, or before we showed the pictures. Where should they post pictures?
Anywhere.
But
we pick our favorites from Instagram.
Yes, and make sure you hashtag it with hashtag GGKCraftyPad, because that's how we find them. There was something like almost 5,000 pictures when I looked today. I want to say it was like in the 4,900 range. That's amazing. We've been doing GGK Crafty Pad for a little over a year now. I think we started last July. So, it's fun, and I love that y'all are playing along. So, take your picture, post it, pick our favorites. Okay, let's talk about upcoming events. What do we do on Mondays, Damaris?
We go to one of our local knitting clubs, the Town Mouse Knitting Club.
And it's awesome, and we love it. And so if you're in Edinburgh on a Monday, you should come. Or you can come visit us, and we'll take you on a Monday. That's awesome. Okay, upcoming on Saturday the 27th of September, I will be attending the Yarndale Wool Festival in Skipton. Crazily taking a train very early in the morning and coming back very late at night, and there's a group of us going from this area. But news is Podcaster Meetup has been scheduled. So we will be having a Podcaster Meetup at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, the 27th, in the Food in the Pins seating area. Look on your map. You'll find the Food in the Pins area. We'll be in the seating area there at 3 p.m. and I'll have badges and cards, and I know that Joe from Shiny Bees will be there. I'm not sure who else is going to be there, but there will be other podcasters. And so if you're a podcaster, you should come, or if you enjoy watching or listening or both to podcasts, you should come and meet the podcasters at the Podcaster Meetup. And then finally, coming in March 2015 is the Edinburgh Yarn Festival. And Louise from the Knit British podcast on her last episode talked about that there is going to be a podcaster lounge. There's more details coming. That's all we know for now, Podcaster Lounge. So we're excited, and we'll definitely be there because, you know, Hello is here in Edinburgh. So you should definitely make plans to come March 14th and 15th. I think that's it. That's all the yummies. So we probably should move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about what we're reading and watching.
So what are you reading, Damaris?
The Crucible by Arthur Miller.
How's it going? That exciting.
I
How far are you?
30%.
Okay. You're reading it for school?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I finished actually 2 books this week. 3 books this week. So I finished my nonfiction book number 13 for the year, which was The Seasons on Henry's Farm, A Year of Food and Life on a Sustainable Farm by Tara Brockman. So I've been reading that for a while, about at least a month, I think. I was reading that one. So it's really good. I really give high praise to it. It was a very interesting read. And then I actually read another nonfiction book, number 14 for the year, but it was actually technically more of a set of essays. It wasn't super long, but it was interesting. It was called Creating Space, The Case for Everyday Creativity by Ed Sizowski? How would you...
Sizowski.
Okay, however you say it. And it was really interesting about making space for creativity in everyday life. It was just a set of, I want to say maybe like 5 essays. So that was pretty interesting. And then I have started my nonfiction book number 15 for the year. Crazy, because I only plan to do 12, and I'm number 15. So I am reading still Notes on a Mid-Faith Crisis by Lauren Winner. And I actually read another one of her books earlier this year. So I'm excited to read this one. And then fiction-wise, I'm reading the Kate Daniels series by Ilana Andrews. I finished reading Magic Strikes, and I'm now currently reading Magic Bleeds. I'm a speed reader, in case you didn't know that. I read a lot of stuff. And that's everything that we've been reading. So let's talk about TV. So you want to start?
Sure. We're rewatching season 6 of Stargate SG-1.
Yes. Anything exciting to say about it this week?
We're getting closer to season 7.
We are. I think we only have about, 4 or 5 episodes to season 7? I love that show. It's awesome. And General Hammond having Thor come in on that meeting.
Say, surprise.
Have I got a surprise for you? I know. I totally was like, General Hammond, you just need to give them the snap. Because, what's his name? Senator
Kinsey.
He's so bad. Was trying to take control of the Stargate program. And General Hammond was like, here's Thor.
It's like, hey, here's Thor. Alien.
It was awesome. We are rewatching season 3 of Gilmore Girls. Oh, I love the show. Except for Jess just left.
But not really.
He'll be back. He just left Rory, and she doesn't know he left. And there was Lorelai's birthday party with the world's largest pizza that really wasn't. And the inn caught on fire. Lots of dramatic things happened this week. Okay, you want to talk the next one?
No. Never.
I'm rewatching. Damaris is watching for the first time. Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. We're in season 2. We're getting towards the end of season 2. It's amazing. Oh. you loving it?
No.
Wait till they get together.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. It's very cheesy, but I love it.
It's so much cheese. Like, I was gonna make a good cheese pun, and now I can't think of any.
You could use cheese for the world's largest pizza. Oh my gosh, I love this show. Okay, what else? The Hubs and I started a new show, well, an old show. We're rewatching it, because I think we watched most of it when it was originally aired. Dark Angel. We're in season 1. There's only 2 seasons of it, I believe. It is a Gene Roddenberry show.
Oh, it's Gene Roddenberry?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I told you that.
I don't remember.
With Jessica Alba as the main character, with Michael Weatherly from NCIS as the other main character. And we were turning on an episode to watch last night. Damaris was getting ready for bed, doing her chores and stuff, and she saw Michael Weatherly on the screen. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, it was really funny. He's wearing very not him glasses and his hair, and yeah, it's funny. But it's a science fiction show as well. So we're watching that. And then we're also watching season 3 of Unforgettable as it airs. I finished watching Mrs. Fisher's Murder Mysteries. Miss Fisher. Why did I say Mrs.? Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. I finished watching series 2 just today. And series 3 is apparently being currently filmed. It's really good. It's an Australian show. And I enjoyed it a lot. So now I have to find another show to watch. Just me. I think I have something on my list. I'll look. We watched some movies this week. Mm-hmm. The Hubs and I watched Fireflies in the Garden. I totally could not get over the fact that it was... Oh, crap. What's his name? The guy that played Green Goblin.
Willem Dafoe.
Yes.
His name is so weird.
I could not get over the fact. Every time he came on screen, I was like, that's Green Goblin. And this movie was like a sad movie, like a crying and a traumatic event happens in a family, a very dysfunctional family, and they have to try to get through grieving and forgiveness and all that stuff together. But I kept, just every time he'd come on screen, I was like, that's Green Goblin. It was very strange. But it was okay. It was okay. And then we did a couple of animated ones.
Megamind.
Yeah. What did you think of Megamind?
I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I loved when, what was the good guy called?
I don't know. He's got eyes that can see through lead.
I know. Well, what was the city called?
I don't remember. This was last weekend, Mama.
I know. Anyway, he like broke through a wall and then was doing the Carlton dance from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it was so funny. I was laughing. There were so many references to other superheroes.
He's got eyes that can see through lead.
Yep. So that was pretty funny. And then the other one we watched,
Arthur Christmas.
What did you think?
Why don't you tell me what you think?
I loved it. It's going on the Christmas movies list to watch every year.
What?
Along with White Christmas, Polar Express, Holiday Inn.
No.
Arthur Christmas.
No.
It's going on.
No. No.
Yes, it is.
No. No.
It was funny. I loved it. What did you think of it?
I liked it. I didn't like it as much as you did, apparently.
It was funny and brilliant, and Arthur's the new Santa.
I like Polar Express much, much more.
I like Polar Express more too, but I still really liked this one.
Okay.
It was good. It was really good. So if you have not seen Arthur Christmas, you should watch it, because it's really good.
It's a Christmas movie. Why did we watch it now?
Because it was on the list of movies we needed to watch. Yeah. All right, Damaris, what's next?
Doctor Who.
What was the episode?
Robot of Sherwood.
8.3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you want to start in and just tell me when I'm supposed to talk?
Sure.
Because I don't remember what I'm supposed to say, but I'll look at the show notes.
Okay, so 12 tells Clara, old-fashioned heroes only exist in old-fashioned stories, Clara. And she says, what about you?
Oh, that's mine. Oh, yeah, this was just one of those fun one-off episodes that really didn't have anything to do with, like, the big storyline as a whole, but we did see some of the character development in it. But what are some of the other one-offs? Vincent and the Doctor's a one-off.
Mm-hmm. There are many.
Yeah, there's quite a few one-offs that don't impact, like, the whole Doctor Who story, but that are just fun ones to do. So, Fires of Pompeii, which was not fun, but it was a one-off.
It's fun.
Here comes the volcano. Woohoo! Okay.
Girl in the Fireplace.
Girl in the Fireplace. Yeah. Although that did have a connection with last week's episode. The week before's episode.
Yeah.
I mean, not Robot of Sherwood, the one before that. What was it?
The beginning of Series 8.
What was it called?
Deep Breath.
Deep Breath. That's what it was. Okay. I forgot already. Okay, what else?
And I love Clara's outfits.
She has magic hair. Magic hair. Because, you know, she just went in there and all of a sudden she had hair extensions and curls. They must have magic hair in the TARDIS.
Is that where Sam Carter got her magic hair?
Apparently so. Magic hair in the TARDIS.
I don't have a sword. I don't need one, for I am the Doctor, and this is my spoon.
And then he fights Robin Hood with a spoon. It was hysterical. It was really funny.
You told me to write that next part.
How dare he cut off one of the Doctor's buttons?
And the next part.
And then when he gets done fighting Robin Hood, he blows on the end of the spoon like you would blow on the end of a barrel of a gun. He was like, and then he got pushed into the water. Which was funny.
Yeah, and then he's like, I am totally against bantering. I'm just like, please, what do you do with Clara every episode?
Yes. Yes. And then what else?
And then 12 says to Clara, when did you start believing in impossible heroes? And she says, don't you know?
Hello.
And
I said this one. He likes apples now.
yes.
Because 11 didn't like apples. He liked fish fingers and custard. Did he like any fruit?
No, pears. Pears are evil.
And 10 liked bananas. 9,
Bananas.
he likes bananas too. But 11 didn't like fruit at all. He liked
Sure.
fish fingers and custard.
Sure.
Okay. Maybe he liked watermelons or strawberries.
Sure.
Or cantaloupe.
Okay.
Or grapes.
We're not going to list the entire fruit section of the
Blueberries.
food pyramid.
Raspberries.
Stop. God, you can lock me up with a laughing person.
And then Clara.
Like, will you two shut up?
We're so funny. And then, okay, so when they went on to the ship, the castle was impersonating. The ship was impersonating a castle. And it said on the screen, Destination the Promised Land, which we had heard Missy say previously. And so I kept...
No, the clockwork droids.
Oh, that's right, the clockwork
And
droids
then she claimed that where she was
the Promised Land. So I kept expecting her to pop up, but she didn't. But I kept expecting it. So I was a little bit confused, because she didn't ever pop up in the episode. So I'm sure there's some theory behind that out there in the worldwide interwebs.
You got the next one.
I did?
Yes. You just like, you liked how you said free.
What was he free about?
I don't know.
Was it when he got free from...
Sure.
It was funny. Whatever he said. He said free, and I don't know why, but it was funny, because he was like, free! It's been almost a week since we watched this. Okay, what else?
No, it hasn't. It's only been 3 days.
It's been half a week since we watched it. Oh my goodness. What else?
And Robin Hood says history is a burden. Stories can make us fly.
Yes.
And then you in the next one.
I did. I am so creeped out for the next episode.
It looks interesting to me. I'm just like, ooh, I love a good backstory that is slightly creepy and terrifying.
Episode 8.4 is called Listen. I'm very scared. So apparently we're going to hear more or see more about Danny Pink. But then, okay, this is a spoiler. If you don't want to get spoiled, you might want to go away. Because they posted some pictures of like shots of...
They did?
Yeah, I showed them to you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They posted some clips, like not clips, but just stills.
Images.
Stills of some of the scenes in the upcoming episode. And so we see Danny, but then we see somebody who looks like Danny in an orange spacesuit in front of a thing that said, "Congratulations, Orson Pink." So is Orson Danny? Or somebody in Danny's family? Or
we just don't know.
are we going to the past? Are we going to the future? What are we doing?
Okay,
And I'm scared.
We're gonna find out Saturday.
I know, but I'm scared.
Actually, we're gonna find out Sunday.
Yeah, we watch on Sunday, not Saturday. I'm very scared. Because there's monsters.
It's like, ooh, I love a good backstory.
Under the bed.
That's slightly
And I don't like that.
terrifying.
Monsters under the bed, and I don't like that. So, I probably would turn curled up in a ball with my sock going, "Tell me when it's over!" Because I'll be scared.
Why don't you talk about the show?
Oh, the other show. So, Outlander, episode 1.5, Rent.
I don't watch it.
No, because it's not safe for children or teenagers. The books either. Okay? So it was an interesting episode, but the one thing that I found really intriguing that deals with wool crafts, they were walking the wool. So these women were all seated at a table, kind of like a picnic table type style, on both sides, and they had the wool, and the gross part is they were using urine to set the color because it's got vinegar. So that was kind of gross. But then they were singing songs and walking the wool around to set the dye. It was really, really intriguing. And somewhere on the worldwide interwebs, I don't remember where, somebody wrote a thing about it, and actually about the history, and it was really interesting. And they were like walking it in time to the music they were singing.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
I know. But it was interesting. It was interesting. So the next episode is episode 1.6, the Garrison Commander, on this weekend, because they left us at a little bit of cliffhanger at the end of Rent. I mean, if you've read the books, you know what happens. But cliffhanger in the episode. And that's it. That's all the TV for this week, so I think we should move on to the next segment.
Now it's time for our artistic autumnal cal.
Yes. Just a note on the Summertime in the Living is Easy cal that finished up and we announced prize winners last week. Some of the prize winners have not contacted me. So, if you participated in the Summertime in the Living is Easy cal, you might want to watch last week's episode and see if you were one of the winners. Just saying, because you only have 30 days to claim your prize. Okay? Okay, so the Artistic Autumnal Cal, this runs from September the 1st through November 30th. And you can enter anything that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin, as long as... What do they have to convince us?
That is related to autumn.
Yes. So it could be by, like, color, or colorway name, or purpose of it, like scarves or gloves or hats or whatever, or something autumnal in the name, or if you can't figure anything else out, you crafted it in autumn. It's a secret. Somebody just put something through our mail slot. The mail already came today, so I'm not sure what it was. Probably an ad. Okay, so you couldn't have begun your project before September 1st, and you have to finish it by November 30th. It has to be within that 3-month span. And double dip in other cals, we're fine with that. We have some prizes. So, thus far, the prizes are donated by Eileen, who is Leaner on Ravelry. She has donated an ebook up to $20 US value from Ravelry. So, somebody will get that. Another Eileen, this is the Eileen's prizes. Eileen, who is Wisconsin Knitter, donated a $5.50 coupon code for use in my Java Pearl Ravelry shop to get a pattern. And then we'll put something in from our bag of prizes. But if you would like to donate a prize, you can either PM me on Ravelry Java Pearl or send us an email, geekygirlsknit@gmail.com, and we will work out the details. So we have some people who finished projects this week. So you want to give them a shout out?
CJ Bullion, Eleanor Gamgee ×2, Sarah Jane is it McKelvey?
I think it's McIvy.
McIvy, and Stripey Socks Girl.
So way to go. So work on your projects and get them posted. Somebody is doing candy corn bunting. OMG, it's adorable. I want to do it because I love candy corn. And that's totally autumnal. Okay, so get to work on your things and we will announce prize winners the first podcast in December, which is not really all that far away. All right, let's talk about the next cow. All right, and the other cow that is going on right now is the hashtag countdown to Outlander, hashtag Kilt Me Now cow. It's an Instagram cow that I'm hosting with Jasmine and Gigi from the Knitmore Girls, Maria from Subway Knits, and Kristen from Yardengasm podcast. And you cannot steal the prize. Damaris is trying to steal one of y'all's prizes.
Me?
Yes, you. So, you need to do something that is somehow related to Outlander. Your project. Like, I am doing socks in the Jesu Pre colorway, which was inspired by Outlander. It looks like a little hat. It's a sock. And then you have to post it on Instagram with hashtag countdown to Outlander and hashtag Kilt Me Now cow. And then each of the podcasts has prizes. I am going to give away our prizes at the end of season 1. The first prize is the one Damaris is trying to steal. This is yarn from Ginger Twist Studio. Stop it! Ginger Twist Studio in the Jesu Pre colorway. And this is on Sheepish Sock Base, which is 80% superwash BFL and 20% nylon, 100 grams, 365 meters. Oh, look at that. It is so amazing. And Damaris wants to steal it, but she can't. I'll put it over here. The other prize is up on your screen right now. Janice, who is Whippity on Ravelry, has donated her patterns Wee Black Face Sheep and Ramsey McSporin. She's trying to steal my socks now. So one winner will get both of those patterns. So thank you very much to Jess of Ginger Twist Studio and to Janice for their donations of prizes. And there's threads, I think, in almost all the groups. Maybe all of them, I'm not really sure. But you can ask questions and encourage each other and all that stuff. And then we'll choose winners from the Instagram hashtags. Some of them I think are doing prizes at mid-season, but I think I'm going to wait and do both of the prizes at the end of season 1, which will be sometime in the new year. And that's everything for the Outlander cow. So let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls. The part of our show where you ask us things and we answer them.
Yes. So Damaris, what is this week's question?
This week's question comes from Vintage Girl, who is Deborah from Carson City, Nevada.
I'm going to stop there because I'm going to tell you something about Deborah. She runs the Addicted to Sock Knitting group on Facebook, and she also has a website, I believe it's addictedtosocknitting.com, but she is going to be putting out a e-magazine 4 times a year with exclusive patterns and interviews with dyers and pattern designers and yarn shop reviews and all kinds of things. So if you're interested in that, you should go check out the Addicted to Sock Knitting group on Facebook, or her website, I believe, is addictedtosocknitting.com. Okay, now what question did Deborah ask?
She asked, what do you think of Scotland? Do you plan on staying beyond the hubs of schooling?
Yes. We hope so. So the Hubs is doing his PhD. He has finished his first year and is started his second year. He can take 3 to 4 years to complete his PhD. So we know we'll be here at least 3 years, but there's a possibility we'll stay for a 4th, depending on where he is in his writing. But we are very hopeful that he will find a teaching job. We would prefer here in Edinburgh, because we love Edinburgh. But if not, somewhere in the UK. Or there's some other places that we are considering, just depending on what's available when he graduates and has his PhD. Because he would like to teach at a college or seminary level. So we're hoping. Fingers crossed. You're not crossing your fingers. This is a Stargate reference, in case you don't know. We talked about it on last week's episode. Now, so that's the second question. So what do you think of Scotland, Damaris? Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can you put some words to that?
I like it.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm liking it even more now that I'm able to be out and about a little bit more.
Let's go to some museums.
So yeah, we're going to try to do some of the museums.
Let's get this party started. Nothing says a party like a museum.
Okay. I rescued my knitting. My stitch marker had fallen off.
Let's blow this pop stand.
So, yes, we really do love Scotland. The weather has been more friendly because really, really super hot does not work for me. Now, really super cold doesn't work for me either, but I can deal with it better than I can deal with super hot because I can pile on the clothes, layers and layers. You can only take off so many clothes when you are warm before it's indecent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but also I'm getting better healthcare here. And we have made some lovely friends. We adore our knitting group friends and our local yarn shop. We adore our church and we adore our other friends that we have made, and we adore not having a car in a city that is public transit friendly, so we can walk out of our door and within a couple minutes be at a bus stop to get a bus to take us pretty much anywhere in town. We rode the tram for the first time this week. Oh, we forgot to put in yummies. We had the first pumpkin spice latte of the year. Of the autumn.
Of the autumn.
Of this autumn. And it was good.
You said there was a cold version?
Yes, you could get it as a frappuccino.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It is good. I've had it before.
Ooh, I want that.
Damaris had her first pumpkin spice latte. She's been trying to convince us that coffee is appropriate. And the Hubs and I have been debating if coffee is appropriate. She's about to be 15. We have decided that it is moderately appropriate. You can have it in moderation. You can't drink it every day because you are crazy. And you will be off your rocker if you drink coffee every day.
You mean I'm not already off my rocker?
You will be off your rocker even more.
Well, next time we go to Starbucks, I want a cold one. That sounds good.
Yeah, it sure does. So yeah, we kind of got distracted because we rode the tram for the first time this week.
Coffee.
And then we had coffee. So we love Scotland. We really, really, really do. So, I think that answers the questions. So, what should they do if they have a question for us?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
And then we will get around to answering it in order. Typically we go in order. Sometimes there's time-sensitive ones that we move around, but typically we go in order. So, post your question and we'll do our best to answer it. We'll answer pretty much anything. If it's like an identical duplicate of a question we've already answered, we may point you back to that episode. But, yeah. Alright, so I think we're ready to move on to the next segment. That's the end of the show, Damaris. We had a lot to talk about, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Alright, so a couple of announcements. I promised you that I would tell you about the Doctor Who Companion Sock Club 2nd edition. It will go on sale on October the 10th, 2014 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And that will run, the sign-ups will run through October 17th or until the memberships run out. Prices are, U.S. memberships are $135, Canadian are $149, and international are $162. The only reason for the difference in prices is because of shipping, because your shipping cost is included. You will receive 3 skeins of hand-dyed yarn from Julia of Pandia's Jewels, who is amazing. You will receive 3 sock patterns by me that are amazing. Are they amazing?
Sure.
Can you say your own stuff is amazing? They're amazing. And this time, the 2nd edition club, you're going to receive 1 big goodie instead of 3 separate small goodies. And we're doing 3 different companions than we did in the first one. So in the first one, already released has been River Song, who is my favorite. Amy Pond, Come Along Pond, and the 3rd one hasn't been released yet. It'll be released later this month, and then I can show it to you. So we're doing 3 new companions for the 2nd edition. There's a link if you want to sign up in the show notes. Also, a reminder that our friend Anna from Toil and Trouble Yarns is hosting the Lakeside Fiber Retreat in May 2015 in New Hampshire. Link in the show notes if you're interested. I'm a sponsor of the retreat. I won't be attending, but I'm a sponsor. What else?
That's it.
Thank you to people who are clicking on our link to shop on Amazon. Yeah, because then we get a little bit back. It's not costing you any extra. We just get a little kickback from Amazon, and that money is used to like post prizes in the mail and buy badges and things like that. So if you would like to help support the podcast, that is a very easy way to do it. Just go to the show notes, and any of the TV shows, movies, books, things like that are Amazon links. All you have to do is click on them, and then you can buy whatever you want. You don't have to buy that specific item. Or there are also Amazon links like in the sidebar. So we greatly appreciate it when you do that. Okay, now that's everything. Why don't you tell them where to find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Algorithm, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yeah, because we're everywhere on the worldwide interwebs, pretty much. So, with that, we will say goodbye. We hope y'all have a great rest of your week. Happy knitting, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye!